Dear me. This, and he managed to knit that.
Oh, yeah, bamboo needles.
Yeah. That is absolutely astounding.
I think it's quite wonderful.
Thank you. And the fact that you've kept it.
Yeah, well, I've got the pair there. I've displayed them at various occasions. I thought he did a wonderful job the way he turned the heels and so on.
Yes, yeah. Now, when the war's over,
Yeah.
how long...
Well, this is the war that was over. Yeah.
Yes, and you know, it's the 15th of August 1945.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to backtrack a little bit. Just
Yes,
going back
okay.
to Burma.
Yeah.
You knew Captain Bill Drower, or did you know of him? The British interpreter?
Oh, Drower?
Bill Drower?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a great friend.
Yes.
And the treatment he received was absolutely disgraceful.
Yes.
Really disgraceful.
Yes.
Because the Japanese didn't like what he said,
Yes.
and they put him down to, we were in our camp at,
Kanchanaburi.
yeah, it must have been Tamarkan, I think,
Yes.
or Kamburi,
Yes.
and they put him in a pit,
Yes.
and they walked over the top and peed on him.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And
Because the Japanese wouldn't allow us to learn Japanese, you know.
yes.
They withdrew all pencils, pens and paper.
Yeah.
But notwithstanding, I've got a dictionary and I could converse with them to an extent.
All right. Now, I wonder, Oz, if you would be so kind, would you be prepared to tell me what was the worst experience or worst thing you saw whilst you were a prisoner of war?
You mean to happen to me personally, or?
Well, I gave the option, maybe both. What happened to you, but also anything else that you witnessed?
I had a row with one of the Japanese engineers. He wanted to know when the job would be finished, and I recorded it really in there. And he asked me when it would be finished, and I said, I don't know. I said, Wakarimasen is I don't know. With that, he landed on me and slapped my face, and then he got hold of a bamboo stick and started bashing me about the head. And then another Japanese came into the picture with a bigger bamboo pole and kept bashing me, the two of them. And then the officer in charge, the Japanese officer in charge, said, what was the problem? And so the whole thing then dissipated.
Mm.
But so I went back to the camp and spoke to George Ramsey about it. And I don't know whether anything was taken. But that was personally the worst bashing it I'd had.
Yes.
I'd had lots of face slaps.
Yes.
Because we were in charge of the troops.
Mm.
It was absolutely necessary for the officers to go on the work parties, because otherwise the poor fellows would have been worked to death.
Yes.
They had no sense of rest periods, they had no sense of getting the food on time out in the bush, and it was absolutely essential. And it was fortunate, really, that type of discipline was recognised by the Japanese.
Yes. Now, because of your professional skills,
Yeah.
did they ever ask you for advice or seek your assistance in achieving anything?
They asked every officer to state what their experience was. And so I said my experience was a storeman. I wasn't going to give them any advice.
Yes.
At one stage in one of the building of these short crossover bridges, the Japanese had a dumpy level, and of course if you know anything about surveying, the dumpy level gives you the image in reverse. And they was trying to stand on his head to see what the image was.
Yes.
That was most amusing, really, except that, of course, because we laughed, we got a hell of a bashing too.
Now, did you have any contact with Japanese engineers?
These were the engineers.
Okay, but any of them that were educated in either England or the United States?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, a professional engineer.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. No,
No.
I can't recall it. I'm sure I would remember it if that was the case.
Now, I have a particular question now, and it concerns when you went back up the line to do the maintenance.
Yeah.
Do you remember that on the Burma end, that some of the timber bridges which had been built had been replaced with concrete and steel ones?
They've been replaced with steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember them?
Yeah.
Now,
They were only very short, of course. They wouldn't be any bigger than this room.
well, there's one. Do you remember the Apollon River or the Apiron River at all? It's about the 80 kilo mark.
No, I don't. No. I remember the name, but
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
quite it's a short steel bridge, but there's 2 concrete piers.
Yeah.
And see, most of the POWs, when one talks to them about it, those that worked on the line and then went down to Thailand but never went back, they can never remember there being concrete and steel bridges on the Burma end of the line. But we are aware from...
Well, at the 75 kilos, when we were at the 75 kilo camp,
yes,
a couple of kilometres away, the men had to fill they had 2 concrete abutments for a steel crossing.
Yes.
And they had to bring the line up to the support for the railway up to the abutments.
Yes, I understand. And around 55 kilo camp, which was the hospital camp, Komkan, I think it was called. Do you remember there being a concrete and steel bridge there?
No, I know nothing about that.
No.
No.
There are.
You see, there was no freedom of movement of the officers, even if they weren't trying to escape or anything at all. And of course, escape was impossible, as if you did happen to get to the sea side, there was, what happens then? We were 5 days from India.
Yes.
And so it's behind bamboo was aptly named.
Yes. Does the name Major Jim Jacobs mean anything to you?
Can't recall.
No.
No.
Now, I did ask you about the worst experience,
Yeah.
but were there any good experiences that you brought away from the line? You know, examples of good human kindness by people, or mateship, or...
I can give you a definite answer. No.
Yes, yeah.
There was